I feel like there's a lot of pressure when it comes to cooking for non-vegans because whatever they eat is what they associate vegan food tasting like. So if you screw it up, then they're like, oh yeah, I had vegan food one time, it's really bad. And so I don't want to do that.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful.
What's up guys, it's Dev from Two Market Girls. Welcome to another episode of TMG Tries to Do Vlogmas. I don't know what Kat is up to this week, but I'm cooking a lot this week because I have a potluck at work and then I also have a family dinner on the weekend, and everyone that I'm cooking for are not vegans. So I thought I would bring you guys along on my cooking adventures because if you're new here, you might not know that Catherine's the one who knows how to cook and I'm not. And I'm also the one who's newer to veganism, so I'm still learning a lot about doing this stuff right, I guess, like cooking good vegan food. I feel like there's a lot of pressure when it comes to cooking for non-vegans because whatever they eat is what they associate vegan food tasting like. So if you screw it up, then they're like, oh yeah, I had vegan food one time, it's really bad. And so I don't want to do that. So far today I just made a cup of coffee. Classic way to start the day, even though it's like 1 o'clock. I started a little bit late. And then heated up some lasagna soup. Last night I made lasagna soup from Hot for Food's cookbook. And it is so good. I made like a massive pot. I made a massive mess, but we had enough left today that I can have it for lunch. Now it's kind of more just deconstructed lasagna because we ate a lot of the soup part last night, but it's still really good. And then next I think I'm gonna make gingerbread cookies because I surprisingly have all the ingredients. So yeah, I will check back in when I'm making cookies.
20 minutes later.
Okay, time to make gingerbread cookies. I'm using the recipe from Hot for Food's blog. I think I've made this recipe before, so I tend to just default to Hot for Food recipes. I don't know why. It's just a thing. But one thing is I don't have like a mixer of any kind at all for baking in my apartment, but I read that you can use the Ninja food processor with like the dough blade to make a cookie dough, so I'm gonna try that for the first time. Also, I'd like to note that the B-roll from this will look a little bit better than it normally would in my apartment because I've cleared off what is normally like my bar cart / coffee stand, and I've moved it like closer to the window so that I can get a little bit better lighting. So I'm being a little bit extra for this video is all I'm trying to say, okay? My kitchen is back there with no natural light at all and one yellow ceiling light, so that's what we're doing. I'm really bad at baking. Look at this mess I'm making. Ah, it rhymes. Okay, so the cookies are all done. There's one batch still in the oven, but took the other ones out, and they actually taste okay despite all of the hiccups. What did we learn today? 1, I'm just as bad at reading recipes as Catherine is. 2, making cookies in the Ninja is doable but strange. 3, turns out I don't own a rolling pin, so I used a giant beer bottle to roll out my cookies. I also don't have any cookie cutters, so I used a mason jar lid. But the cookies turned out okay. Through all the struggle and all the constant self-doubt, they are edible. If no one else likes them, I don't care because I will gladly eat them all myself. Okay, that's all I can handle for one day, so I will check back in when I am making the next food item of the week, which will likely be pulled pork, I think. I mean, pulled jackfruit. Wannabe pulled pork. You know what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna go have a glass of wine or something, because this was just too much. Okay, bye.
Tomorrow.
Okay, time to check back in on my cooking adventures for the week. It's the night before the office potluck, so I'm gonna make the pulled jackfruit. I have all my ingredients here, and then I'm also making the, what's it called? Jalapeno lime aioli from Huffer Foods cookbook. I haven't decided. I bought a coleslaw mix because I know sometimes people put coleslaw on like pulled pork sandwiches. So I bought a coleslaw mix, and I think I might use the aioli as like the dressing. So maybe I'll water it down a little bit and make the coleslaw. And that's all I have to do right now. I would like to point out though, one second. So, you know how I was making gingerbread cookies the other day? Well, doesn't Kat just go and post her gingerbread cookies on our story, and they look prettier than mine? She has actual cookie cutters and nice shapes and stuff, and mine are just circles. Okay, I'm gonna get cooking now. Okay, that's it, I'm done. The pulled jackfruit is done, the coleslaw is done. I added a little bit of milk to Lauren's aioli recipe just so that it was like runnier, more like a dressing than an aioli, but I think it turned out okay on the coleslaw. I got the cutest little slider buns to go with these. I'll try to film some clips just like on my phone tomorrow. I'm not gonna vlog at a work potluck because that's awkward, and I'm already like feeling awkward about bringing vegan stuff for all these non-vegans, but someone else is actually bringing something vegan. Someone made seitan, so I'm very, very curious to try that, and I will try to film some clips of it and then maybe give a little review afterwards. But that's all I got for tonight. I gotta go do some editing, and yeah, I'll check in with you guys later.
Day 3.
Hello again, time for another update on my cooking adventures. So last time I left off, I finished making all my food for the potluck at work, and it actually went over really well. They finished almost all of the pulled jackfruit, and everyone was like, what is this? It was very confusing, like kind of the way that I felt when I first found out about jackfruit. I was like, this is not a fruit, what is this? But I think they really liked it, And the gingerbread cookies were a huge hit. Someone even asked me for the recipe, so I sent them the link to Hot for Food. Sorry, it's not a TMG recipe. I failed there, but anyways, it was still really nice that people enjoyed the food even though it was vegan. And best part was almost everything at the potluck was vegan. There's a couple things that weren't, but my plate was not empty by any means. There was a chickpea curry, which was really, really good. There was also, someone made seitan and put it in a curry. The curry was really good. The seitan got a little bit spongy almost. I don't know if that's because it was in like the liquidy curry or something, but it was still good. I really liked it. And then I had my jackfruit. What else? There was like hummus and veggies and stuff. And then the only cookies or dessert things that were vegan was what I brought. So I brought cinnamon bun Oreos and my gingerbread cookies. But I mean, I was set. It was a good time. So now, fast forward to end of the week, and it's time. I'm making a vegan lasagna to take to a family dinner. And I don't know why I did this, but at Thanksgiving, I decided to challenge my dad to a lasagna cook-off because his lasagna, he's very proud of his lasagna. It's very good, but he refuses to make it vegan. And I was like, well, I could probably make a vegan lasagna that is just as good. And so, I don't know, maybe I had too much wine to drink, but I was like, we're going to have a competition. And so that competition is today. And I don't know why I agreed to this, but I'm going to make a lasagna now. I'm using the recipe from Meat Free Athlete that if you saw our cottage vlog from back in September, she made it for us at the cottage and it was so friggin' good. So now I need to try and make it as well as she made it and bring it to this party and see how it goes. So that's what we gonna do now. Let's do this. Okay, all my ingredients are prepped, which the only thing I have to prep is chop onions and garlic, so I love this recipe already. One change I'm making to the recipe is that I'm using these Emborg mozzarella slices instead of shredded cheese because I could only find Daiya and I couldn't find the cutting board version. And I don't know, I feel like I need something better than Daiya for this competition, and I've heard good things about the Emborg cheese, so I'm just gonna use this as the cheese. One other thing I gotta talk about that I tried today, it's peppermint mocha cold brew from Califia, I think that's how you say it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. If you like candy canes or you like chocolate, you like chocolate milk, this. It doesn't even taste like coffee, but it is so good. So I am sipping on this while I'm doing my cooking. Okay, now I gotta get back to it. Full disclaimer, I've never actually made lasagna myself before, and I don't know what I'm doing. Also, my pan is too small. I'm still supposed to put the pasta sauce in with the meat and the tomato and the onion, but I don't think I have room. I don't have the best kitchen. This is why we do the cooking at Catherine's house. Do you see? If anything, this is a below average kitchen, so if I can do it, anyone can do it, right? But I have not proven that I can do it yet, so stand by while I try to figure this out. Okay, I don't know if I layered this right. I wish I had bought more of this cheese because I think it tastes pretty good. Like I've just accepted that my taste buds are a little bit skewed and I don't really remember what all cheeses taste like, and that I think this tastes good enough. So I don't know what other people will think, but I think it's gonna melt really well. So yeah, I don't know. There's no turning back now, so time to put it in the oven. That's a big boy. Oh my goodness, what have I done? Okay, it was only in the oven for like 4 minutes for the record, but I remembered it's supposed to be covered in tin foil when it's cooking. Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. That didn't happen. Jesus. Fucking stupid. Okay, let's try that again. I've been told I'm being too hard on myself, but this is not how I imagined my lasagna turning out. I'm sure it tastes fine, but it does not look how I want it to look, and I feel like I butchered Anne Marie's recipe, and I am so sorry. Anyways, it's all done cooking now, so we gotta pack it up and take it to the dinner. I will maybe film some clips on my phone while we're there, and I will report back later. But yeah, this has been fun.
3 days later.
Alright, the results on the lasagna cook-off are in. It's a few days after the dinner with my family. I'm actually about to head into work, but I wanted to give you guys the rundown on what happened. So one person at the dinner actually agreed to do a blind taste test. So we put a blindfold on him and brought out 2 plates, one with my lasagna and one with my dad's, and he tasted both of them a few times, went back and forth, and he said he could tell which one was the non-vegan one, but it was very close, and he was actually very impressed. So that felt really good, and I think everyone enjoyed the lasagna, so I guess it wasn't a total fail, but I still think that I could do better, and I still think that Anne Marie's recipe deserves better than what I did. Next time I need more cheese. I really think I just needed more cheese. That's going to be it for this episode of Vlogmas. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to check out any of the recipes I was making throughout this video, they're going to be in the description box below, so you can check them out. If you happen to catch the point in the video when I was wearing some TMG merch, one of the sweaters I was wearing, I'll have a link to our sweaters in the description box below as well, so you can check that out. Let us know in the comments if you enjoyed this episode, or if you've been enjoying the episodes, what you're liking, what you're not liking, what you want to see more of. We would love some feedback. I think we're having fun with it, but yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys. So that's gonna be it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, so you don't miss any future vegan recipes every Sunday, and whatever Wednesdays, every other Wednesday. And yeah, give it a thumbs up. Okay, bye. This is a little look into Kat's day at home and my day of travel. So enjoy.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful.